Hey guys, I'm here with a quick Nightmare Corridor teams guide for free-to-play players, and I'll also show you guys some variations on different teams that you can use depending on which heroes you have built. Now, a disclaimer for this guide is that that's not where you view it. My Elder Tree has been reset for the Abyssal Expedition, and I'm not going to pay the diamonds to fix it. So, my ranking this time around will be lower because I do use a lot of rangers. For example, I do use Lucretia in my combinations and such. So therefore, my heroes would not be doing as much damage as they could have. And also, I haven't really retried as many times this time around. I only used my 10 attempts without any retries. But as you can see here, currently in the top 10%, I suspect I'll drop to the top 12%-ish. But again, if you guys have a better tree than me, you'll probably do better. Now, for my best attempt, I believe it's the 4:44. Yeah, 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Now, not a lot have changed. Actually, the only thing that's changed from last week for my formations is that I dropped out Coragio, and I dropped out the whale pet. What is it? It's an otter? I can't remember. Sorry, guys, this is a bit scuffed, but I can't remember the name of this pet. This pet. I have no idea what. Oh, the seal. That's right. I just call it the whale because it was a new pet and it was broken. Anyways, I dropped that pet out and just threw in the green pet because for whatever reason I was struggling in this last round. Now, for my first round, it's the Lucretia Irons team, right? Very free to play friendly. I suspect that most of you guys would be able to build this team because Lucretia is high priority and Irons, well, he might not be as high priority now as he was once, but many people have him built, right? Because he was such a powerhouse for so long, like a year, 2 years ago. He was just the best hero, right? For the second team, nothing to explain here. It's the Belinda team. The only thing that is to explain is why I'm running these two heroes in here, and it's simply because I need Rain and I need Antandra in a different comp. And it doesn't really make much difference, as you can see, killing it in 32 seconds, very good. Now, next up, we have the Scarlet team. Again, just like the first team, this is such a free-to-play friendly team. It only uses Twins as a Celestial Hypogean, and Twins are obviously high priority, so most people would have those built. Same with Scarlet and Gress, same with Estrilda, and same with Rain, right? Rain needs little to no investment, and as you can see here, the pet that I use is the Fire Breather. I just got my Resonate Crystal. My pet resonating crystal to 9, so my pets are all 9 now, and I would advise you guys to focus on pets as well, because, or beasts, I guess, beasts as well, because they do such a huge difference. Right now I'm just working on getting them to level 12. Now for this team, it's the Yorin Awakened Soulless team, and here I use Dress, but I think Dress can be Antandra as well. I'll go over the guide that I based these teams upon later. But as you can see, not that fast, and I wonder why this team isn't that fast when my only damage is coming from a ranger, and look at my ranger tree, 0, right? So if you guys had a built ranger tree, I mean, even unlocking the haste notes and the abilities, probably this would do a lot faster. I also think that this time around I'm actually worse than my last time because of the tree reset. Anyways, here's the hard team, guys. And I know this team is hard. Everyone knows this team is hard because you need Matria. You don't need Matria. You can use Kren as well, but Kren requires all Orthos, or he doesn't require Orthos, but for Kren to really do anything, he needs Orthos, or you're going to struggle to even kill it in time, this boss right here. I can't wait for this boss to rotate out. Obviously, I merked Matria because I don't have her built, right? And she is definitely the strongest merc you can do for this round. The rest of the team is just supports to make sure that she kills the little pets or the summons in time. And you use the cookie pet, the cake pet, for some extra CC, as you can see here, right? And then for the last team, this is an interesting team. I struggle to call it free-to-play friendly because it uses Vithiel, but obviously no Awakened Heroes. Usually Brutus goes in this last team. But Bethiel is a newer Celestial Hypogean, right? I do realize that. But he is one that you should probably think about building as a free-to-play player because he is used so many places. Abyssal Expedition, PvP, Treasure Scramble, Cursed Realms sometime, Nightmare Corridor, obviously. even in the Temporal Rift, he's pretty useful in there as a filler unit. So yeah, building him is a good idea. So anyways, those were my teams, right? As you can see, 44 minutes and 44 seconds is my overall time, which is pretty terrible because, as you can see, the 0 ranger tree, right? Using a ranger carry here, no rangers, no rangers, ranger carry, no rangers, and I mean a bit of rangers, right? Antandra. Actually, Antandra's a warrior, right? And Vithil is a tank. So I guess no rangers in this. I mean, Saurus is also a warrior. Holy shit. My game knowledge is not what I thought it was. Anyways, another quick thing I do want to discuss is the regions, right? Because in my last video I got a comment saying, I killed the boss faster than you, yet I'm only ranked 20%, right? And this is where the region things come in. I believe the regions are just based on server numbers. So if I click a random guy here, you can see he's from server 850. I'm 820 something. This guy's, server 900. So soon we'll probably get a region 8, right? But as you can see, in region 1, this is where you find the Giga Whales, right? Chiasma, Rosabella. Like these guys are just like completely maxed accounts, right? But you don't see those in region 7 because these guys are playing on, server 50, server 84, right? So that's why if you guys are ranking lower than me with a higher damage, it would be because you're in a harder region. I believe the hardest region is apparently region 4, but obviously 1 to 3 is all hard. Apparently 5 is pretty hard as well, and then 6 is the second easiest, and then 7 is the easiest. So lucky me for, I guess, starting the game later. But obviously if you're in these regions, you also have had more playtime. My account is about 2 years old. So I'm guessing most of these guys are, 3 years plus accounts. Anyways, enough stalling. I'll go show you guys the 2 screenshots so you guys can make some teams based on your own investments. If we go in here. Now, I have 2 screenshots here, right? The first one is, well, it's a pretty simple screenshot. It shows you 2 variations for each round. So as you can see, not very free-to-play friendly, these variations, right? Both of these uses Awakened Thane. You can use this if you have Baden right here. Pretty free-to-play friendly, right? I believe one of these teams is probably my team. I think this last one is the one that I used. And here it shows the Kren variation, right? If you don't have Matria, you just slot in Kren and hope for the best. And then for this last team, interestingly enough, they're using Rem, but obviously they're using Brutus as well, which I was not using. And now for this second one, this is where I found the Irons team, right? And now the Irons team is really good, no Awakened Heroes, right? For the second team, pretty standard Belinda team. Third team shouldn't be a struggle to build because it's Scarlet, right? Scarlet Gress, no Awakened Heroes. This team is a Soulless, and I don't know if Soulless needs high investment, but you should have a legendary copy of Soulless anyhow. And as you can see, some different replacements for the newer Hypergyn. And down here, interestingly enough, right, you can see this guide uses Authors, whereas this guide doesn't use Authors for the 4th round, or the 5th round rather. So yeah, this is more free-to-play friendly because it uses Wilder Heroes instead of Authors. But as you can see, it's pretty similar, right? And it also has a Kren variation here. So I guess if you have Authors, you can try out both the Authors Kren version and the non-Authors Kren version to see what happens. But I suggest you guys get a Matria Merc if you don't have Matria, because she's super relevant for Nightmare Corridor every round until this round, the round 5. It goes out of rotation. And then for the last team, as you can see here, the Brutus team. Now different Brutus subs here, right? I have seen some screenshots of people using Mulan to great success. I don't have Mulan built enough to where she can replace Brutus, and that's where my team came in, right? Where I just used a bunch of non-awakened strong heroes to make it work. And as you can see here, I already told you guys, but that was Brutus. Just to show you guys again my 5th team here, right? Here I used Entandra instead of Brutus, right? Now granted, my Entandra is pretty built, but I don't think you need the fully built out Entandra to be competitive in here. So that's about it for my guide. I'm sorry it's a bit short. Exams are Monday, so I gotta go back to reading. Anyways, have fun and take care.